What's going on, guys? So, kind of thought about this. I'm actually on the way to get some breakfast. Taking a little break from work and all that good stuff. But, so, doing the business, you hear a lot of people that want to get into anything related to business, right? Let's say, graphic design's a good example, right? So that was something that I was actually pretty familiar with. I did a lot of graphic design work in school, and it was just something that eventually I just found myself not enjoying as much anymore. It was just I had enough taste test of it. I did it for about 9 years, on and off, freelance work, all that good stuff. It just wasn't for me. But I will say, now, trying these other businesses, doing like mobile detailing and stuff like that, I have my little bursts of energy where I'm really excited. I'm out there getting all that stuff done. But then there's other times where I'm like, dude, I don't want to get up, And I think that's just very human, right? Is that a lot of people don't really think about how human a lot of this is, where if you have a job where you just clock in and out, you're kind of forced to be there because obviously if you're not on time or you're just not at work, you can only do that so much for obviously you won't have a job anymore there. When you run your own business, though, you have to be your own motivation. If you don't, you have to be disciplined. Because if you don't, then it won't come of anything. And I have to remind myself that because it's kind of like going to the gym. It's actually almost very identical, right? So that's why I think a lot of business owners end up typically, if they're doing really well, they have some kind of discipline, at least in the gym, right? Because it's just also secondhand nature at that point. I'm making a point here. So what I'm trying to get at is, what a lot of people don't realize is they think, oh, there's so much competition. There's so many people that want to do what you want to do. Sure, there's so many people that, everybody wants to be a millionaire, make good money, whatever. They want to have their own business. It sounds all fun. It's kind of like the whole, everybody wants to be a YouTuber, a streamer. I was also one of those people, and I still do like to make these videos. But these are just for me. And if someone gets something out of it, that's even better. I always like talking to you guys. It's always fun. So don't ever hesitate. If you feel like leaving a comment, man, I don't even care what it is. If I made your day even a little bit better, that's a win in my book. But going back with, everybody thinks there's competition. There is competition, but I think we create this invisible number in our head that's way more colossal than it actually is. Think about how many people actually stick to the gym. That consistent commitment is something that you rarely find. And the same goes with business. I feel like it's even harder to actually maintain a business than to be, maintain a fitness level that's semi-achievable, right? Because like with fitness, the business needs a lot of your time and energy, at least to a certain degree initially, right? And I think what a lot of people genuinely forget is most people aren't willing to do it. Like I was just saying, I like money, man. I'm not greedy, but I like money. I like what it can buy me. It buys me a lot of my time back, my freedom. Not actually buying your time back, but when you have a certain amount of money, you can essentially spend it on other resources, and air quotes, make more money or get your time back. So, for example, right now I'm driving to get food. But if I get to a certain point where I'm comfortable financially to spend people to like deliver food to me on a consistent basis, that ends up saving you time. And in a business like me, where if I'm on a job site, I can have the food delivered to me or whatever, make sure I'm still fueled and, healthy so I can continue to do my jobs, because it is a slight bit physically demanding. It's just one of those things I don't have to keep making pit stops in between job sites. Obviously, you're going to have to do that anyways if you need gas, all that good stuff. But I'm just saying that anywhere you can save some time, you can probably save some money, and vice versa, right? So it's always about how much time you're willing to allocate to these things. And again, most people, even the disciplined people, they fight that every day, that voice to tell them, hey, you ain't got to do this, man. You ain't got to go to work. You don't have to get up today to go do these jobs, right? But if you live and breathe like it's your lifeline, man, it'll definitely change your life, I feel like. And that's something I still got to get in the motions of doing, but it's definitely a challenge. But I just kind of wanted to pop in here and give you guys that quick thought. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.